Hello there, Tom Holy with Ashgar Defense. My friend Andrew with Combat Art Training made a video that has upset the FUDs because he spoke poorly of the 45 ACP. So naturally, I'm here to speak poorly about the 45 ACP and continue the butthurt. The 45 ACP is an outmoded cartridge. It is relegated to simple ball ammunition shooting or silent shooting. These are the only two places in which it fits. The reason I say that is because simply 45 ACP hollow points are fucking expensive, and you don't get that many. See, it's kind of funny because there's a reason why we went from the guns we started with in law enforcement and the military to the guns we have today. Take, for example, this thing. It's not an actual Peacemaker, it's a Uberti clone, but it's still a 6-shot, 45 long Colt cattleman revolver. And this used to be found in the holster of every cowboy, lawman, or soldier in the West. This was the mainstay. Up until about 1911, when it was replaced with the 1911. Why was it replaced? Simply put, it's easier to shoot this and reload this, because instead of having to load up 6 separate cylinders, or empty 6 separate cylinders, then load 6 separate cylinders, I push this button and the thing falls out. In fact, here's an empty magazine. I go, hi-yah, and now it's empty. And then I go, hi-yah, and then probably one of these, and now it's loaded. Now, the question becomes, why did we switch from the 1911 to the Beretta M9? Well, for the one part, 9mm ammunition was much cheaper to produce and manufacture and procure for the United States military. And our allies in NATO had such huge stocks of it because that was the adopted cartridge that it only made sense financially to adopt the 9mm. What we discovered was that once law enforcement got their hands on the Beretta M9s or the Browning High Powers, their ability to stop a threat doubled as compared to the 7-shot 45 ACP 1911s or the 6-shot Colt, I think 38 specials or 38 longs. I cannot for the life of me remember the caliber, but it was a double action revolver. So, and it was only 6 shots. So by doubling the ammunition capability of the weapon, we doubled our ability to stop threats. And some would even argue tripled our ability to stop threats. And it's important to keep in mind that this is before the advent of hollow points. So we're getting this data ball for ball. Now, it is true that with something like this, with ball ammunition, you're just putting a half-inch slug into somebody, preferably their heart or their lungs. It's not a guarantee, and I don't know about you, but I'd rather have multiple opportunities to put holes in lungs and hearts and faces and C1, C2 vertebrae than just 7 opportunities to do it, or 8. I actually have a 10-rounder run around here somewhere, so yeah, that's 10 versus the 17 I have here, plus 1, and the extra magazines I have here that are available for it, so I can just carry a crap ton more ammunition. That's just right off the bat. Your average 45 ACP handgun is going to weigh more than your average 9mm handgun just in ammunition capacity alone, i.e. to get the same number of bullets on you, you're going to have to weigh a little bit more. And I can tell that the people who do carry the 1911s or claim to carry the 1911s, they don't walk around much and they don't stand around much. They sit around an awful lot. Because that's about the only way you're going to comfortably run a 1911 all day. You're definitely not walking with this thing on. You're going to start leaning to the side. And I know what you're about to say, but Tom, Clint Smith and Ken Hackathorn carry 1911s. Okay, that's awesome. You're not Clint Smith or Ken Hackathorn, so shut up and sit down. The rest of us are not Ken Hackathorn or Clint Smith or John Farnham or Bill Wilson. Sorry, it was Bill Wilson. So the rest of us get to carry Glocks, and they get to carry whatever the fuck it is they want. And nobody gets to say anything. They carry Derringers for all I care. No, look, in all seriousness, the 45 ACP has long since been outmoded. It has not been able to keep up or stay caught up. The only thing keeping it alive are people who want 45 1911s. There is nothing out there, and subsonic ammunition. I'm sorry, forgive me. Yes, the 1911, the 45 ACP is a subsonic cartridge by market value, meaning you just go out, buy a bunch of 45 ACP. It's all subsonic because it all travels at 980 feet per second, just about. I've heard some people say 800. I've heard some people say about 1,000. So somewhere between 800 and 1,000 feet per second, so about 980 feet per second. It's not breaking the sound barrier, meaning it's all subsonic ammunition. As such, that means it's not an armor gun. It's a flesh gun. The advantage for the 45 long Colt or the 44 Magnum or the 357 Magnum, those are brush calibers. The projectile travels at a much higher velocity, so it's actually able to go through, and with a certain amount of mass, so it goes through brush. The 45 ACP does not travel with velocity. It just has mass, which means it's slowed down very easily. It's a flesh bullet, not an armor bullet. The 9mm, and look, we've had this argument already too. When it came to the 5.56 versus the 30-06 or the 7.62x51, they had their places. The 7.62x51 definitely has its place, but in terms of being able to actually keep people armed with ammunition, with a stock that would last them long enough for a gunfight to end, the 5.56 and the Warsaw Pack compatriot to that would be the 7.62x39, so the smaller intermediate cartridges beat out the old battle rifle rounds. 9mm and 45 have been doing this dance for a long time. The only reason 9mm wasn't more popular earlier on was simply that this was what existed for the 45, and the toggle lock or other Luger guns was what existed for the 9mm. Long story short, this survived the muds of World War I and World War II, and the 9mm counterparts did not. It wouldn't be until the Walther PPK that 9mm started becoming relevant, but that was only because of the gun there. It was not because of the cartridge. So that's a little bit about 9mm versus 45. If you're a serious practitioner of violence and you've got like 17 1911 sitting in your closet and you don't have one Glock 19 or 17, I strongly recommend you sell a couple of those 1911s and get yourself a nice Glock. Sorry to break this to you, but the times have moved. The 9mm is more than competent and capable, especially if you put quality ammunition, which I'm sorry means you cannot use your drunken reloads anymore. You have to actually pay someone for your ammo. I know, crazy. But, you know, there it is. Go get yourself some quality defensive ammunition. It's going to perform better than your 45 ACP ever could hope to dream. So, hope this helps someone out there. You have a good one. Bye.